The Dragoon Mountains clawed at the sky, jagged silhouette against the dying sun. Jedediah Stone, a stribale, his Apollusamere, followed the churned earth and broken brush, a relentless trail leading him deeper into the wilderness. He's been tracking Silas Blackwood for 3 days, ever since the claim jumper had stolen his father's silver coin and disappeared into these unforgiving peaks. Belle snorted, her breath misting in the cool air. "Easy, girl," Jed murmured, adjusting his Stetson. The chase was a lonely one, punctuated only by the screech of hawks and the whisper of the wind through the scrub. He wasn't looking for revenge, not really. He was looking for justice. His father's claim wasn't just land. It was a promise, a legacy stolen away. The rhythmic thrum of drums, faint at first, drifted on the breeze. A sign. He knew that sound. It was the signal from Blackwood's people. He pressed on, the drumming growing louder, resonating in his chest. He found them in a small canyon, a makeshift camp nestled amongst the rocks. A fire crackled, casting flickering shadows on the faces of the gathered men. Blackwood, a wiry figure with eyes as hard as flint, stood overseeing the scene. Beside him stood a woman, her movements fluid and graceful, an arrow fitted to the bowstring. Aponi. He recognized her from sightings reported by ranchers, the huntress, a protector of her people. Blackwood. Jed's voice cut through the evening stillness. Blackwood turned, a sneer twisting his lips. "Stone, come to play hero, have you?" "Return the claim, Blackwood," Jed said, his hand instinctively resting on the cold peacemaker strapped to his hip. "And face justice in Copper Canyon." "Justice? What justice is there for my people? They're driven from their land, starved, forgotten. You think the law protects us?" Blackwood's voice rose, fueled by years of resentment. Aponi stepped forward, her eyes fixed on Jed. "The law is a river that flows in one direction, Stone. It serves those with power, not those who suffer." Jed felt a flicker of doubt. He's always believed in the law, in its ability to right wrongs. But looking at Blackwood, at Aponi, he saw the desperation in their eyes, the injustice they've endured. "You're arming for war, Blackwood," Jed said, his gaze sweeping over the pile of rifles and ammunition stacked near the fire. "What are you planning?" Blackwood laughed, a harsh, bitter sound. "Protecting my people. What's wrong with that? You white men come here, steal our land, break our treaties. Now we fight back." "There's a better way," Jed said, although he wasn't sure he believed it himself. "Negotiation. Justice through the courts." "The courts have never listened," Aponi said, her voice low and dangerous. "They only hear the cries of the powerful." A burly man, a hired gun with a scar bisecting his face, stepped forward, blocking Jed's path. "Leave now, Stone, or you're gonna regret it." Jed didn't move. "I'm taking Blackwood back to Copper Canyon." A tense silence filled the canyon, broken only by the crackling fire. Jed knew he was outnumbered, but he couldn't back down. His father's memory demanded it. Suddenly, a piercing whistle cut through the air. A young boy darted from the shadows, leading a horse. Blackwood leaped onto the saddle, his eyes locked on Jed. "It's not over, Stone," Blackwood yelled, urging his horse into a gallop. Jed watched them disappear into the darkness, frustration twisting his gut. He knew this was only the beginning. He looked to Aponi, but she had already vanished into the shadows, swallowed by the night. He turned his horse back towards Copper Canyon, the rhythmic drumming echoing in his ears, a constant reminder of the conflict that lay ahead. He wasn't sure what the future held, but he knew one thing: his understanding of justice was about to be tested. As he rode, the silver mine loomed in the distance, a dark scar on the landscape, a monument to greed and loss. He thought of his father's words, etched in his memory: "Justice isn't always black and white, son. Sometimes it's a shade of grey." He wondered if his father would have approved of his actions, or if he would have seen him as just another cog in the machinery of oppression. He arrived back in Copper Canyon as dawn broke, the town stirring from its slumber. He dismounted Belle, the weight of his duty pressing down on him. He knew the fight was far from over. He wasn't just pursuing a claim jumper. He was caught in a conflict that spanned generations, a clash of cultures, a struggle for survival. As the sun rose over the Dragoon Mountains, Jedediah Stone knew his path was shrouded in uncertainty, his quest for justice a long and arduous journey. He looked toward the mountains, the drum in a distant echo. He knew they were watching. He knew they would be back,